A very special good evening and welcome to Marcus Pavilion in Lacey, Washington on the campus of St. Martin's University, where this evening St. Martin's women take on Alaska Fairbanks with a chance to do something they have not done in 10 years. Hello everyone, Danny Bach alongside the great public address announcer of so many different places, Larry Beck. You're making your debut as a broadcaster. Pleasure to have you along.
Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor and a privilege to get to work with you.
Larry has done a lot of public address announcing, but his debut in the broadcast booth and should be a very fun night here this evening. St. Martin's women, what a turnaround underneath the direction of head coach Natalie Marlowe. Second year with the program, and St. Martin's has the opportunity to do something very special tonight. Having not clinched a playoff spot in 10 years, that all can end tonight, and it's all due to the job that Natalie Marlowe has done with the Saints.
Well, you know, it's really difficult. I think you shared with me earlier that it's been 10 years since they've been in the playoffs. Being that out of the playoffs for that period of time makes it really difficult to break that streak and get momentum going in the right direction. In 2 years, she's gotten the program turned in the right direction. Things are looking really good for St. Martin's.
A lot of optimism for the Saints as they not only consider their gaze tonight against an Alaska Fairbanks team, but also with their sights set on a potential playoff rematch against Central Washington should the standings play out the way that you would expect them to. But first things first, they have to address an Alaska Fairbanks team tonight that has a very talented scorer in Destiny Reimers.
Yeah, she does it all for them. She's their leading scorer, leading rebounder, and second on the team in assists. I mean, there isn't really anything that she can't do. And, you know, the key to this game will be keeping the rest of Alaska Fairbanks under control. If you do that, Saints are going to win.
Alaska Fairbanks is coming off quite the week, and for Destiny Reimers, a very special week for her. She became the first Alaskan player from Alaska Fairbanks to eclipse the 1,000-point mark, and to do it on senior night last week has an extra icing to the cake. Very special for Destiny Reimers.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can reach milestones like that in your career, you know, those don't go away. They stay with you for the rest of your life. And in all the games I've done over the years, you know, recognizing those milestones is just the icing on the cake to a collegiate career. So congratulations to her.
So Destiny Reimers will be a part of the group for Amy Donovan. A third season with the Alaska Fairbanks program, and it's been a season that's had a lot of challenges, injuries along the way, but they've managed to have a little bit of fun. This 2 days ago, Alaska Fairbanks, with their assistant coach, Milo Griffin, and one of the players got involved in a TikTok, and it's gone viral. 750,000 views on a TikTok, and boy, they love to have fun at Alaska Fairbanks, and TikTok is one of the avenues for it, of all things.
Well, you know, it's funny in watching the Nanooks warm up this afternoon that you could tell there's camaraderie around this team, which is what's going to make them a little dangerous because, you know, their ability to play with one another, you know, could cause problems for the Saints.
Amy Donovan emphasized that before the game. She said she was impressed of this year's Nanooks team's ability to gel as a collective group, and that's not something that you see from year to year. So to see that, very optimistic look for Alaska Fairbanks going forward, but also for St. Martin's this evening after a tough week where they lost against two really good opponents, Northwest Nazarene and Central Washington. So after coming up short last week, what better way to try and get back into the winning fray than to not only have a win tonight, but also clinch a playoff spot?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the key will be is to play as a team.
Playing as a team is going to be the key, perhaps for both ends of the spectrum for St. Martin's and Alaska Fairbanks, as we are moments away from the opening tip between the Nanooks and the Saints. We'll head to the floor for our public address announcer for many years here at St. Martin's. Here is the great Joe DeBruni.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to St. Martin's University. Marcus Pavilion inside the Twin Star Court for tonight's GNAC matchup featuring the Nanooks of Alaska, who come into this contest at 6-18, one 1:15 in GNAC play versus our hometown Saints, who at the moment are 14-10 and 7-9 in GNAC play, heading into that 6th spot. Before we meet the players, at this time, can you please rise if you're able. Remove your hats to join Ms. Lauren Harper in the SMU Pep Band with the playing of our national anthem. Let's go ahead and meet the starters for the Nationals. 5'6" junior number 4, Emily Freeman. 5'8" senior number 15, Gina Van Dyke. The 5'9" senior number 22, Destiny Reiner. 5'5" junior number 24, Miranda Molak. Pavilion, Brady, Amy Johnson, who's 32 years old, assisted by Armando Becky and Milo Griffin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get on your feet to meet your Saints.
Win and in. It's that simple for the St. Martin Saints against Alaska Fairbanks. A playoff drought that has lasted 10 years if you eliminate the 1 year that every team made the GNAC tournament back in 2022. Glad you're with us on the Saints Digital Network. Avery Oster will go up against Amelia Brady for Alaska Fairbanks, as the fans of Lacey hope to see their Saints in the playoffs. The trek to that benchmark begins tonight, and away we go. St. Martin's, after winning the opening tip, Jada Travis advances up the floor, watched by Jada Van Dyke for Alaska Fairbanks. Casey Booster, her first start of the season, hits the three. What a start. Casey Booster making an impact right out of the gate for the Saints.
Well, and here for the Saints, if they can get off to a fast start, it's going to make it very difficult for Fairbanks to keep up with them. So, great start for the Saints.
Miranda Lomax on inside. Amelia Brady defending from Avery Oster. Sets up the Saints on offense again. Travis, she'll shoot the three and buries it.
They're off to a 6-0 run.
2 threes in the first 45 seconds have the Saints up immediately. They look to counter. Emily Freeman answers.
That was a very pretty shot there.
Both teams with the quick trigger. Saints leading in the three-point shooting category 2-1. Avery Oster finds Casey Booster again with the propensity to shoot the three. Madeline Brown finds Oster in the post. Off the glass. Booster with the offensive board for St. Martin's. Travis spots Kiana Rios. Closing left block. Open. Avery Oster scores the bucket.
Yeah, the drive and dish. Very, 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 very nicely done.
What pace to this game already. Here's Casey Booster. Comes away with a steal for St. Martin's. Madeline Brown right back to Booster. To Brown again. Booster. Work around the horn. Brown. Spots Booster to Kiana Rios, who surveys. Closing, dropped it for Madeline Brown. Right back to Kiana Rios. Spins in the lane and missed it. Destiny Reimers emerges ahead for Alaska Fairbanks. Lomax missed off the heel. Last touch off of Madeline Brown. St. Martin's with an 8-3 lead.
Casey Booster has really had a great start to this game. You know, coming in as a new starter, she's made an impact immediately in this game.
She has had few solid outings last few weeks in losses for St. Martin's in double figures against Central Washington after a brief absence. So here comes St. Martin's on the move with Jada Travis, freshman from Bellarmine High School in Tacoma. Rios Booster again, missed on the triple attempt. Madeline Brown in a battle for the loose ball, held ball, possession heads to the Nanooks. So this is an Alaska Fairbanks team. Comes in with a record 6-18 this year. It has been difficult with plenty of injuries. This is a team that has enjoyed playing collectively. Rios comes away with a steal. 2-on-1 for St. Martin's if they hurry. Rios skipped to Madeline Brown. Rolled off the rim and out. Miranda Lomax. She'll jet in and look for reinforcements with Amelia Brady. Freeman shoots the three. Missed it. Casey Booster having an immediate involvement for the St. Martin's offense. Here's Jada Travis, watched by Reimers. Rios. Booster in stride. Out to Rios to Madeline Brown. Travis finds Avery Oster in the post. Oster spinning in the lane, off the glass and in.
Very nice turnaround.
That is one of the moves Avery Oster has in her arsenal, as is the same to one of her similar teammates in Sarah Lamette. Here's Miranda Lomax. Skipped a pass inside, rolled off the rim from Amelia Brady.
You know, the Saints are doing a fantastic job of keeping the ball from Destiny Reimers right now. I don't think she's touched the ball yet.
Fourth best defense in the GNAC. Travis finds Kiana Rios along the right side before a foul is called. Kiana Rios. And that's where the Saints can be at their best, when they are generating chances with Kiana Rios, one of the leading scorers for the Saints. And that's one of her skill sets, is driving down into the paint.
Well, she got squeezed on that play by two defenders that neither one of them were in great defensive position, so she got the call on that one.
Foul was on Jada Van Dyke. Rios missed on the ensuing attempt. Miranda Lomax on Rios. Fakes the pass. Out to Emily Freeman. She'll shoot the three. Freeman missed it. Alaska Fairbanks scoreless in the last 4 minutes, and a travel call on Casey Booster.
Yeah, the one thing that really hasn't happened yet in this game is anything underneath for Alaska Fairbanks. I mean, all of their shots have been three-pointers.
And Emily Freeman has been taking a lot of those threes. So from the post, here's Bobby Clark. Clark, a great human interest story for Alaska Fairbanks, as Destiny Reimers tried to take it herself. Ran out of real estate. Booster lobbed ahead for Sarah Lement. Out of her reach. Possession does remain with St. Martin's. 5:06 to go in the first. Casey Booster will check out. But boy, what a start for a big game. Booster with the three. Well-deserved rest. Travis finds Madeline Brown out to Kiana Rios. Keely Jade Smith finds Travis through the double team, lost it. Emily Freeman comes away with the loose ball for Alaska Fairbanks. Freeman skipped it inside, browsed upon by Bobby Clark. Long three is connected. Destiny Reimers.
Yep, she got her feet set, was able to fire away.
You give Reimers an open look, and she'll make you pay. Keely Jade Smith can't answer. Alaska Fairbanks again on the move.
Yeah, Reimers is getting a little bit more involved in the game now.
Long deep three is missed. A try that came from Lomax. Foul on the floor with 4:23 left in the first. Keely Jade Smith is charged on the foul. Sent to check into the game for Alaska Fairbanks. B. Tristan Martin, hometown of Fairbanks. Saints fans, get ready for homecoming weekend starting tomorrow, February 28th through March the 2nd, which will include the Distinguished Alumni Awards on Friday, coffee with the Monks Saturday morning, a Saints doubleheader later that day, and Mass on Sunday. We are especially excited to induct the 2024 Bob Grisham Hall of Fame and Hall of Honor class on Saturday, March 1st at noon in the Worthington Conference Center. Head to stmartin.edu/homecoming to register for events and to learn more. Danny Bach alongside Larry Beck, and the story in this game, a hot start, and the scoring has rather gone cold.
Yeah, it's it's really easy to get that fast start. Maintaining it is always the tough thing, and we've seen a little bit of that turnaround in the last couple of minutes of play.
And for St. Martin's, they have yet to score in the last 2 minutes. And Alaska Fairbanks from the field, 1 of 8. But Alaska Fairbanks has made it clear they will shoot the three without hesitation so far.
Yeah, they haven't hesitated.
This is Alaska Fairbanks team. Comes in ranked 6th in the conference. Three-point shooting off of Keely Jade Smith. And possession will remain with the Nanooks. And this Fairbanks team coming off a loss to Montana State Billings last Saturday, out of play. Last touch off of St. Martin's, and Nanooks will inbound again.
Yeah, the inbound pass was late getting into Reimers. Otherwise, they had an easy layup there.
Instead, submit one out to Bobby Clark. Here's Miranda Lomax. Looking for help. Right side, Bobby Clark. Closing in on Oster. Off the window. She is fouled. So Bobby Clark will head to the free throw line. A great human interest story for Clark. Serving also as foster child. Great addition into the family as siblings of both Troy and Amy Lomax. 1 of 2 from the line was Bobby Clark. Here comes Kiana Rios, Avery Oster off the window and in, and St. Martin's has a 12-7 lead.
Yeah, Kiana Rios had a great inbound pass, or not inbound, but a pass to her to get that easy bucket.
Way to set it up for Rios. Spinning in the lane, Miranda Lomax dropped it out for Destiny Reimers. Down the lane, she scores again.
Yeah, she danced around a couple of the defenders on that one.
It's important for the success of Alaska Fairbanks if Reimers is heating up offensively. Already 5 points in the first quarter. Rios, what a pass. Oster settles. Court wide, Travis dashing in from the arm joint. Rolled off the rim. Reimers led on ahead. Here comes Miranda Lomax on Keely Jade Smith. Fakes the pass off the foot of Keely Jade Smith, and a charge called on Bobby Clark.
Yeah, she wouldn't have gotten that call had she not put her shoulder down to knock the Saint defender away.
So with the change of possession, 2:59 left in the opening quarter. Again, a very important night for the Saint community. A win would clinch a spot in the GNAC tournament for the first time in 10 years. Casey Booster back into the game for the Saints. Here's Madeline Brown down the lane. Off the window and in.
Yeah, she went directly to the rack and was not met with any resistance there.
Madeline Brown, a defensive specialist. Alaska Fairbanks taking that of note. Tumbling was Tristan Martin. And the foul called against Eternity Reed for St. Martin's. And Reed highlighted on our coaches show earlier this week. For Eternity Reed, longest serving member of St. Martin's. How special would it be if it were to mean the playoffs coming to Lacey? Reimers deflected by Rios. Reed starts the rush. Kiana Rios straight to the bucket, blocked by Reimers. And a held ball. Possession remains with St. Martin's. 2:15 left. Again, a look at the playoff scenarios. It's simple for St. Martin's, but for who they might potentially play in the playoffs, it would hinge upon a game that's starting a half an hour from now. Here's Kiana Rios. She's able to create space. Initially on Lomax. Here's Jada Travis. So much in her toolkit. Scoring from all three levels. Travis. Escorts. Booster for three. No. Off the heel. Reed. Keeps the possession alive for the Saints. Rios for Travis. Hounded by Reimers. Rios. Here's Casey Booster. Out to Madeline Brown. Right back to Booster for three again. She missed it. Reimers settles for Alaska Fairbanks. Miranda Lomax. What a pass on inside. Amelia Brady able to score.
Yeah, those are a couple of really nice passes underneath.
So here comes Jada Travis for St. Martin's with Alaska Fairbanks playing inspired basketball on their last road trip of the season. Travis. Booster. Travis again. Rios up high for three. Missed it off the heel. Reimers. Quickly for Alaska Fairbanks. Here is Miranda Lomax. Around the established screen from Brady. Deep shot. Reimers has got another one, and the game is tied. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Rios. Right side. Eternity Reed on the score sheet.
Saints have done a nice job of passing the ball underneath each other. That was another great example of that.
Brown couldn't find it. And possession remains with Alaska Fairbanks of 18.8 to go. Who would you expect to go with here if you're Alaska Fairbanks with the last shot?
Well, you're going to have to go with Reimers. I think she's starting to heat up.
You'd like to go with Reimers, and head coach Amy Donovan has subbed her out of the game.
Yep, so it's not going to be her.
Well, you could go with Miranda Lomax.
Yeah.
34% three-point shooter on the season. Here she is. Lomax on a give. Emily Freeman. Martin out to Freeman again with 5 seconds left in the quarter. Deep shot from Freeman. Missed it. Reed comes away with the board, and the first quarter comes to a close with St. Martin's out in front of Alaska Fairbanks 16-14 after one quarter. At Twin Star Credit Union, it's more than just about providing a top-notch banking experience for our members. We have a long and proud history of investing in the communities we serve. Last year, we donated more than $1 million to help support local organizations, schools, and causes. We believe that everyone benefits from strong and vibrant communities. Stop by one of our local branches or visit twinstarcu.com to learn more. What a start this first quarter has been for St. Martin's. Although Alaska Fairbanks has been playing in pace, Destiny Reimers of 8 points already for the visiting Nanooks. St. Martin's has been paced by Avery Oster with 6 points to begin. But so far in this first quarter, if you're head coach Amy Donovan for Alaska Fairbanks, there is a lot that you like.
Yeah, very much so. You know, the Saints got off to a really fast start, but the Nanooks kind of made their way back into this game. The longer the Nanooks stay in the game, the tougher it's going to be on the Saints to break through and get the victory that they really desperately want.
It was a 10-3 lead for St. Martin's, and that has all but evaporated with Alaska Fairbanks rallying back. And for this Nanooks team, losers of their last 7, and they would more than love to have a win on the road in Lacey. Their only other win this season also came on the road in Washington State against Seattle Pacific. Back into play, Bobby Clark towards the right side for Miranda Lomax. Brady up high. Left it for Jada Van Dyke from the free throw line. And a haltage in play with the foul.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious push off to free yourself up for the shot. Good call on the part of the refs.
All female officiating crew this evening.
A very veteran crew, I might add.
Booster hits the 3. Casey Booster hit a 3 on the first shot of the first quarter and hits on the first three-point attempt of the second. This is a very good officiating crew, plenty of experience all across the board. Lomax. Brady right back again to Lomax, who scores.
Yeah, she lifted that high off the glass to avoid it getting blocked, and worked out.
Worked in her favor. Kiana Rios looks for help. Booster for Jada Travis. Harassed by Jada Van Dyke. Travis off her dribble, missed everything. Freeman kick starts Jada Van Dyke, and a steal from Casey Booster. Ahead, Jada Travis splits inside and rolled off the 10. Booster with the offensive board for St. Martin's.
I really like her. She is doing it all. Passing, scoring, playing hard defense.
Oster to the bucket on it. Timeout called by Amy Donovan with St. Martin's up 21-16, 1:35 into the second quarter. Danny Bach alongside Larry Beck. And Larry, we've seen Casey Booster get involved, although the defensive side, Alaska Fairbanks, has been able to score with plenty of opportunistic looks.
Well, the one thing that they're doing well right now is they're passing the ball pretty well, and as a result, if you execute the passing game well, you're going to find open shots, and that's what's happening right now. They're making the extra pass right now that's opening up ball players for them to make the shots.
Destiny Reimers has been on the receiving end of that, 8 points and also 5 rebounds boy, she is so huge for their offense all around.
Yeah, well, you know, as we noted at the beginning of the broadcast, you know, she's the key to their success, and she initially started off really slow, but she's picked it up since then, and she got some momentum, and we as the Saints are going to have to figure out how to defend her because if she continues as she's going, you know, she could easily have 25 in this game.
And for Reimers, she averages 14 points a game and already at the 8-point benchmark, and we have just started the second quarter rather. So a 5-point lead for St. Martin's, and Alaska Fairbanks with some work to do. Miranda Lomax is watched by Casey Booster. From up high, surveyed upon by Bobby Clark. This shot offline on the try from Reimers. St. Martin basketball. Travis advances ahead for SMU. Rios. Turney Reed up high. Kick starts Travis, vultured away by Reimers on the deck. Turney Reed, mismatch for St. Martin's. Kiana Rios around Freeman towards the bucket, saved by Reimers. On ahead for Miranda Lomax, who will settle for Alaska Fairbanks. Lomax on the give. Martin goes on a trek. Bobby Clark turns and shoots and scores.
Nice turnaround.
And it was all set up. The theme of the first half, precision passing. Tristan Martin, part scoring fray for Alaska Fairbanks. Oster. Travis on the receiving end off the Oster screen. Shoveled for Oster, tie up, and a foul called, which will have the Saints inbounding from the end line. Alan Brown replaces Turney Reed. Travis surveys. Booster, long two. That clanks on in.
Yeah, she got the second bounce. Popped right in.
What a start for Casey Booster. 8 points, and she has come alive offensively. Down the lane, missed by Bobby Clark. So here comes Casey Booster for St. Martin's. Freshman season for Booster, as is the case for Jada Travis. Madeline Brown to Booster. Brown, what a pass. Oster scores. Avery Oster scores the bucket, and the Saints restore their largest lead of the game. Skipped for Bobby Clark. Taken away by Avery Oster.
I was just about to say that I hadn't seen many turnovers in this game, and right as soon as I was thinking that, yep, there's a turnover for the Nanooks.
On tie-up eventually leads to a held ball. Saints with possession. Maya Hatchett checks into the game, along with Lakin Hill, who's played the last 3 games for St. Martin's. Missed a month of the season. Good to see Lakin Hill back into the lineup. Here's Maya Hatchett. Booster towards Lakin Hill. Brown to Hatchett again. With 7 to shoot, Maya Hatchett. What patience! What a bucket!
Nice spin move there. You know, the Nanooks man-to-man defense kind of fell a little short on that one.
3-point attempt from Tristan Martin was offline. Booster gives to Maya Hatchett. Madeline Brown, Booster surveys down the lane. Lost out of play, defended well by Destiny Reimers to force the turnover.
Yeah, I'm not so sure Booster was complaining to the refs about getting hacked, and hard to tell from this angle, but there might have been some legitimacy to that.
With 5:30 left, That was associate head coach Tyler Velasquez for the men's team. They'll be in action against the men for Alaska Fairbanks. And a win and in game for them. Very important game in the standings later this evening. This pass heads into the second row. 5:18 left.
The Saints have a 9-point lead right now. If they can continue to build upon that, that might slow the Nanooks down on any type of comeback capability they have. So this is going to be an important 2 or 3 minute stretch for the Saints.
Here's Maya Hatchett. Booster surveys. Madeline Brown. Hi to Maya Hatchett. Down the lane. Gave it away. Emily Freeman. Head for Destiny Reimers. Reimers on the return feed for 3. Missed everything. Brown. On the run, Lakin Hill. Brown again. Booster awaits. Here's Maya Hatchett. Hill fakes the 3. Back to Brown. Down the lane. Deflected off of Bobby Clark. Saved by Booster. Hatchett wide open. Lakin Hill for 3. She missed it. Booster fetches for loose ball. Alaska Fairbanks is able to break away. Freeman, quick trigger, missed it all.
Yeah, the Nanooks only have 4 points in this quarter so far, and this is the Saints' opportunity to pull away.
6-0 run out of the gate for St. Martin's. Booster off the Oster screen. Hatchett. Hill open. Lakin Hill out to Casey Booster. Great patience from the Saints offense and haltage of play. Foul called against Destiny Reimers for Alaska Fairbanks. Taylor Talana checks in for the first time for Alaska Fairbanks. And the return, Kiana Rios for St. Martin's. A 2B state champion at the high school level with Warden back in 2022. Here's Lakin Hill. Her left-handed dribble leads to a foul called. 3:39 left in the first half. Destiny Reimers, just as quickly as she went to the bench, right back into the game.
Well, it looks like Coach Donovan's not going to be able to keep her out of the game for very long.
Hatchett surveys. This is Lakin Hill. Right down Broadway, off the window. Led ahead, saved by Hatchett for Lakin Hill. Rios on Reimers. Madeline Brown, Turney Reed, off the return pass. Lakin Hill kicked it out. Rios, Turney Reed closing towards the bucket, off the window, missed it. So here comes Destiny Reimers on ahead for Alaska Fairbanks. Dropped it for Emily Freeman. Lomax on Rios. She'll back up. Off the established screen from Amelia Brady. Shooting Lomax and scoring. Miranda Lomax scores the bucket. It's a 7-point game here in the first half. Maya Hatchett dashes towards the bucket and a travel call.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy call to make there. She snuck in that extra step.
Long lunge. Lakin Hill checks out of the game for Casey Booster. Maya Hatchett also takes a seat with a 7-point lead for St. Martin's. All important evening. Lomax gives for Emily Freeman. Reimers up high, lost her dribble, saved by Talana. Here's Miranda Lomax. Around Booster. Oh, what a pass.
Yeah,
Brady
that's a very
scores.
nice pass.
Amelia Brady on the receiving end. And it's a 5-point game. Jada Travis bursted onto the scene for St. Martin's out in Alaska, out in Fairbanks. A 26-point scoring effort. Haltage of play. And a foul charge against Attorney Reed for St. Martin's. For Travis in that game against Alaska Fairbanks, she scored 26, hitting 3 threes, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. Travis so far only 1 made 3, and that came 45 seconds into the contest. Freeman dishes for Destiny Reimers. Towards the right side, Miranda Lomax shooting for 3, and a foul called on the moving screen on Amelia Brady.
Well, that will put the Saints in the bonus when and if the Nanooks get another foul.
With the 5 fouls for Alaska Fairbanks, here comes Jada Travis. Booster. Right back to Jada Travis. And off of Destiny Reimers. Saints will have possession underneath the basket.
Danny, that was a little bit of an odd call there. It either looked like a turnover for the Saints or a foul on the Nanooks, but the official did call it that way.
But Casey Booster able to score in a 7-point lead for SMU. Miranda Lomax towards the right pocket for Freeman. Reimers. Brady on Oster. Blew an edge. Brady scores anyways. What a play from Amelia Brady after she lost her balance.
Yeah, she made a nice recovery there.
Able to score on the bookend of the equation. Oster looks for Travis and finds her off the screen from Oster. Travis for 3, missed it off the front end. Rios with the offensive board, scores. Yana Rios stores a 7-point lead for St. Martin's. 2-second disparity between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Miranda Lomax on Madeline Brown. Lomax dropped it for Emily Freeman. Right back out for Destiny Reimers. Brady. What a pass. Destiny Reimers defended by Madeline Brown. Travis tried to save it. Possession does remain with Alaska Fairbanks, but a lot of the effort from Jada Travis put on display. But 4 seconds remain in the quarter. Have to imagine Alaska Fairbanks be looking at number 22.
Well, they've got 1 second left on the shot clock, so.
Quick catch and shoot, and that's one way to try it. Here's Jada Travis from beyond half court. Scores!
What a great shot.
Jada Travis sprints into the locker room.
That's their first double-digit lead of the night. And they get it with a long-distance three-pointer, easily 40 feet.
What a shot from Travis as we head into the break. As we look at some of the halftime stats. Now the question will be, will this count? The officials will check it of whether Travis got it off in time. And it's close for that matter. We'll wait for the ruling. But as we wait for the moment, Jada Travis, and it looks as if they will count the basket. So one of the fantastic shots from Jada Travis. She scores 45 seconds into the game, and she scores at the horn. What a way for the Saints to head into the locker room. But look at some of the other key scorers. Casey Booster with 10 points. So is the case for Avery Oster. And although it's still early, St. Martin's has been able to find scoring from many different outlets.
Well, and that's the advantage they have over the Nanooks. They've got more scorers, and as a result, you're starting to see it. Even with Travis's not having, leading the way in scoring, they've got other players that can knock the ball down. Booster, I've been very impressed with. She's a ball player, and I'm sure her plus minus is way up there, because when she wasn't in the game, that's when the Nanooks made a move.
Well, you talk about plus minus. Booster ranks second for St. Martin's with plus 16, only to Avery Oster with 18. So some good looks for Casey Booster, and her impact was immediate, Larry. It began right out of the gate, her first start of the year, and all of a sudden right into the scoring fray. So Booster being involved quick. So a lot to like for St. Martin's on that end. For Alaska Fairbanks, and a lot of the attention, rightfully so, focused on Destiny Reimers with 8 points, but she's been rather quiet within the last few stages of the first half.
Yeah, I don't think she put a point up in the last 5 minutes of the second quarter, and she was on a roll there at the latter part of the first quarter and the first part of the second quarter, and that could spell trouble for a Saints team trying to make it into the playoffs. But she hasn't done much in the latter portion of the second quarter.
See what impact Destiny Reimers is able to make. Some other key stats that stand out at the half: points in the paint favor St. Martin's 18-12, and that's a lot of credit to what the game style is from both teams.
Yeah, yes. Well, and I'm going to go back to Booster because I was so impressed with her in the first half. So she's tied for the lead score in the first half. She leads the team in rebounds. She also leads the team in steals. And she's only second. She's behind 2 other teammates. She also had 2 assists in the first half. That's a pretty well-rounded first half.
What a first half for Casey Booster. First start of the season, making a huge impact for St. Martin's. But as we look at what else is happening in the GNAC, Alaska Anchorage has already clinched the #1 seed in the GNAC playoffs. But a little bit of a surprise, Western Oregon giving them all they can handle. 37-30 game with 2 minutes left in the half. And what might be, that would be an upset of epic proportions. Alaska Anchorage, a commonality of being the #1 team in the GNAC, it seems, for many years. And Western Oregon putting on a run for Alaska Anchorage's money. Enid Vife-Fanua with 8 points leading the way for Western Oregon. Alaska Anchorage has seen scoring from Ashlyn Reen into double figures with 10. But for that game, Western Oregon, they'll be seeing Alaska Fairbanks on Saturday. So with an inspired performance against Alaska Anchorage, it might not wind up in a win, but if you're Western Oregon, if you can play tough against this Alaska Anchorage team, you have to have a lot of positive momentum coming your way for Saturday.
Absolutely. So much of the game of basketball is built around momentum, and if you can build it, particularly either at the end of the season to move into the next season, or at the end of the season as you try to get into the playoffs, momentum is critical. You could have 2 teams with the same identical record, but the one that's putting together wins late in the season and has momentum, those are going to be the tough teams to knock out of the tournament.
And could one of those tough teams be St. Martin's? Well, Alaska Anchorage is in that category, and for SMU, they may have a taste of what might be a potential playoff preview against Alaska Anchorage on Saturday, when Senior Day, always a special time to celebrate the seniors for St. Martin's this time around. But as far as the season goes, there's nothing quite like the splendor of a senior night.
There's particularly those players that have played for the program for 4 years. They put their heart and soul into the school, and when you have that opportunity to recognize them, it is really a special moment. I've been a part of many senior nights over the years, and some of one of those most fun and heartwarming moments happen during senior nights. And so those seniors that will be celebrated on Saturday their recognition is well deserved, and hopefully they end their careers on a high note with not only a victory but also with the warm send off by the school.
and that will be performed, and we'll have all the festivities for you on the Saints Digital Network on Saturday. It'll be a pleasure to be joined alongside former Saint broadcaster Jeff Lucero, who will be joining us on Saturday for both the women and the men's game. A look at some of the other games happening in the GNAC. Montana State Billings taking on Simon Fraser. That game carries a level of importance. We might know the entirety of the GNAC playoff schedule as far as the matchups are concerned, and it would be several things that would have to happen. First, Montana State Billings would have to beat Simon Fraser, and SFU, a team that is clinging to their playoff hopes on St. Martin's. Simon Fraser would have to win, and St. Martin's would have to lose out, and it would come down to potential tiebreakers that would play into effect. And if Simon Fraser were to win out and St. Martin's were to lose out, then Simon Fraser, due to the win percentage tiebreaker for strength of victory, would make it in. So that speaks to the importance for that game. Another game happening in the GNAC, Western Washington against Seattle Pacific. Western Washington seems to be on a one-way course to facing Northwest Nazarene, the 4-5 matchup. So a lot of intrigue between two very good teams. So the GNAC, as far as the playoffs are concerned, a lot interesting things to look at as the final days come around.
Well, as you look at the Vikings, they're 7-3 over the last 10 games. So they our discussion about momentum earlier, they've got momentum right now. Whoever gets them in the first round is not going to want to play them.
And Northwest Nazarene, a team that St. Martin's has seen, and it was the Saints that came away with a convincing victory over Northwest Nazarene. So, and with the playoffs being at home for St. Martin's, and if they were to make it in, they would come in as the 6th seed. But if there's ever a 6th seed to look out for, this Saints team definitely has a lot of pieces to make some damage in the conference tournament.
Absolutely, and if they play well against Alaska Anchorage on Saturday, they may not win, but if they come away with that game with confidence that they can match up against anybody in the league, they could do a lot of damage in the tournament.
We'll see what happens in that tournament as we are moments away from the start of the second half. We'll be back here on the Saints Digital Network with second half action here from Lacey in just a moment. Start of the second half between St. Martin's and Alaska Fairbanks. Glad you're with us. Danny Bach alongside Larry Beck. St. Martin's with a 10-point lead. Coming off the fumes of Jada Travis shot just beyond half court to give St. Martin's a double-digit lead as we start the second half. Alaska Fairbanks hoping for a playoff berth for the first time in 10 years. Foul charged, called defensively against Madeline Brown. A 10-point lead. And talk about responding out at halftime for both teams after a shot like that. Here is Jada Van Dyke for Alaska Fairbanks. Reimers closing, spinning in the lane, and scoring. Destiny Reimers, and you talk about a response. That's one way to do it for the Canucks.
Absolutely. For Alaska Fairbanks, getting on the board early is going to be important to get back in this game a little bit. And so already they've got 2 points in the half and have possession of the ball. So, this 10-point lead, it could quickly evaporate.
Browsed upon by Lomax. Van Dyke straight to the bucket. Brady scores. Already 2 straight buckets for Alaska Fairbanks. That's exactly what you're looking for if you're Amy Donovan.
Yep, absolutely. Because giving up that 3 at the very last second, that's tough.
And Travis missed on that 3 attempt. Alaska Fairbanks is on the move again. Statistics don't favor them as far as their season body of work is concerned. When trailing at the half, Alaska Fairbanks is 1 in 17. Reimers, Van Dyke, corner 3, Lomax missed it. Saints got to find some way to score after Alaska Fairbanks has found their scoring touch. Oh, what a pass. Travis finds the open bucket.
That was
Avery
pretty.
Oster.
As we were talking about just some of the great passing that both teams have displayed tonight. That was a fantastic assist there.
What a pass from Travis to Oster. Boasts the second best field goal percentage in the conference with a 3 missed by Emily Freeman. St. Martin's, conversely, when leading at the half, 11-1 on the year. Travis spots Booster. 2 perimeter scoring threats. Travis missed the pass. Possession to the Nanooks.
Yeah, the 2 freshmen there kind of miscommunicated on that one.
Then again, well, plenty of time to work out those kinks for the 2 freshmen. Emily Freeman. Reimers fakes the 3. She'll back up. Reimers slows it. Here's Jada Van Dyke straight to the bucket. Brady scores again. Ilya Brady has gotten involved in the second half already with 2 buckets. Rios spots right side booster. Travis backs up on Brady and a spin move to the bucket. Oster, Rios lunges into one. She'll head to the free throw line. Oddly enough, the first look at the free throw line for St. Martin's today. Kiana Rios, one of the best free throw shooters for this St. Martin's team, 87% on the year. Only behind Kaylee Jade Smith at 89%. Rios hits on the first, and the lead is extended to 7. For Kiana Rios, she has had efficient scoring performances. Rios missed on the back end, doing a season high against MSU Denver earlier this season, and what a bucket, Destiny Reimers.
She went coast to coast on that one.
In stride of Rios, and the foul called on Miranda Lomax. St. Martin's looks to add more of a post presence, and in comes Sarah Lamette to replace Avery Oster. Travis to call the shots for SMU from the sideline. Keely Jade Smith newly inserted into the game for the Saints. Here's Jada Travis. Watched by Van Dyke. Off the double screen, Travis closing on in. And out comes Emily Freeman for Alaska Fairbanks. Lomax. Reimers defended out of play by Keely Jade Smith. 6:32 to go in the third. Alaska Fairbanks will close out conference play. 1 o'clock Alaska time on Saturday. Here's a three missed by Emily Freeman. Reimers creates another offensive chance before foul called. Stuns play. Charged on Jada Van Dyke. Van Dyke, who played at Salt Lake Community College and Independence Community College during her collegiate time. 6:20 left in the third. So here comes Jada Travis. Here's Keely Jade Smith on Destiny Reimers. Lamette, Brown, back to Keely Jade Smith, bullseye! Keely Jade Smith.
That was very smooth.
Scoreless in 2 of the last 4. That comes to an end. Reimers backs up. Looking for an open option. Amelia Brady. Emily Freeman is blocked by Eternity Reed. St. Martin's looking to build off the strength of the made 3 from Keely Jade Smith. Travis overlooks Eternity Reed. Brown had hopes of Sarah Lamette. Alaska Fairbanks breaks out. Miranda Lomax with 5:20 left in the third. Lomax closing, skipped it. Here's Martin. Kristen Martin poked straight to Brady, who scores.
I think that falls in the category of pure luck there.
Keely Jade Smith with a defensive play. And delay a game and a warning called against Alaska Fairbanks in a 6-point game with 5 minutes left in the third. Madeline Brown. Keely Jade Smith again. Brown. Reed. To Madeline Brown again. Around the horn. Reed looks for an open option. Here's Keely Jade Smith. 5 seconds to shoot. Keely Jade Smith cranks up and scores. Keely Jade Smith again.
Timing is everything.
And the Saints drain the shot clock down. Keely Jade Smith, second straight bucket, deadened by Brady. Right back to Tristan Martin, who scores.
Yeah, another nice pass down low. Both teams have done a great job with their down low passing this game.
It's been emphasized over the course of today. Brown blew an edge. Emily Freeman. Lomax quickly across. Look at her dance on in and score.
Oh, she got that floater to drop.
Miranda Lomax, double figures in 3 of the last 4 games. A pretty finish. And a foul called on Destiny Reimers. Not good for Alaska Fairbanks. Already the 4th foul on Reimers, as is Jada Van Dyke, who also has 4 fouls. Already foul trouble affecting Alaska Fairbanks.
Yeah, that's a big foul against the Nanooks there. That's going to put Reimers in a very difficult position the rest of the way.
With 3:42 left in the third, O'Blarney's is the proud post-game hub for all things Saints athletics. With delicious food, a wide plethora of drinks, weekly events, and a convenient central location. There's no better place to unwind with friends and family after a Saints doubleheader. Stop by their Olympia location at 4411 Martin Way East. You know, O'Blarney sounds really good right now. I'll tell you that. They got great food. Larry, we might have to go after the game.
I don't know why we wouldn't.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
But more importantly, the matter here is St. Martin's with a 4-point lead with 3:42 left. And for Alaska Fairbanks, they're keeping pace. Yes, you have the foul trouble, but for the Nanooks, someone has got to step up if Reimers can't go the full distance.
Yeah, that's going to be the key the rest of the way. The Nanooks have stuck around in this game, and as the game gets closer and closer towards the end, more and more pressure is going to be exerted on the Saints to execute, and that's a tough place to be, particularly if you're the one expected to win.
For Alaska Fairbanks, they have gotten important scoring performance from Milia Brady, already with 12 points, well above her average on the year. Here is Jada Travis. Oster overlooks Keely Jade Smith. Travis lobbed high for Oster, saved by Keely Jade Smith, which sets up Alaska Fairbanks on the move with Miranda Lomax. Bobby Clark inserted into the game. Dropped right side. Here is Emily Freeman. Skipped it. Here is Bobby Clark. Clark turns and scores.
We got a 2-point game.
What a play from Bobby Clark. Alaska Fairbanks just isn't going away. Booster varnishes in and scores. Casey Booster answers for the Saints.
What a coming out party for her. She's had a fantastic game.
Casey Booster scoring the bucket, her 12th point of the evening. Season high was 19 against Multnomah during winter break. Stretch pass, foul called against St. Martin's on Keely Jade Smith. Her second foul of the game. Madeline Brown checks in for SMU. So from the inline, Alaska Fairbanks will dish it in with Miranda Lomax. With 6 points up to this point, and another foul called with 2:25 left in the third. So Lomax send it in again. Lomax. Freeman wanted it. She receives the pass from Lomax. Emily Freeman gives to Miranda Lomax again. Right back to Freeman. Freeman overlooks, cranked up three, missed on the try from Lomax. Booster.
Well, they took what they could get there. Unfortunately, probably a little out of her range.
Well, and a lot of it due to the absence of Destiny Reimers. Here's Booster, missed off the front end. Brown, battle for the loose ball, possession goes to SMU off the foul from Madeline Brown. Second foul called on Brown, and a 4-point game with 1:49 to go. Again, a win from St. Martin's clinches their first GNAC berth. Long three missed by Freeman. Grace Gillespie with her first action of the game. And another foul call. Saints racking up the fouls.
The one thing that's becoming pretty evident is that Fairbanks is getting to the loose balls much more than the Saints are. And I think that's what's helping them stay in the game.
With 1:32 left, we'll look at what can change when we head to that point. What a battle ensuing between Bobby Clark and Avery Oster, and the officials quickly converge to settle matters. Martin from the outside. Backs up against the pressure of Booster. Clark given to Emily Freeman. Freeman straight down Broadway. In comes Lomax with the floater. Travis on ahead for SMU. Jada Travis backs up. It's the pressure from Tristan Martin. Brown with a minute left in the third. Oster surveys. Brown up high. Here is Jada Travis. With 5 to shoot, Travis lost her dribble. Keely Jade Smith missed it. New shot clock off the held ball. Possession stays with the Saints. Lakin Hill back into the game. For Hill, during her time at West Valley High School, honorable mention for offense and defense. Booster hits the 3.
For my money, she's been the player of the game.
Her third 3 of the game. 15 points for St. Martin's. Dropped inside, picked up by Lakin Hill. Travis looks to turn on the Jets. Hill in stride towards the left pocket. Here's Keely Jade Smith. With the shot clock turned off for St. Martin's. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Keely Jade Smith.
Nicely done.
Pinball's in. 3 seconds left. Travis the steal. She is fouled. She'll head to the free throw line. Playing to the whistle. Jada Travis will shoot 2. Patience plays off. Travis staying at home to come away with the steal. Alaska Fairbanks puts St. Martin's in the bonus for the final seconds. Travis missed on the first free throw. But again, impact plays from Jada Travis late in the quarter have set the stage for SMU. Travis hits on the back end. And St. Martin's goes into the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead. Burke Chiropractic is dedicated to providing top-notch care to the community of Lacey, Washington, and are proud partners of Saints Athletics. They prioritize the well-being of their patients and their skilled team of professionals. State-of-the-art facilities and a wide array of services make for an extremely welcoming and comfortable environment. Stop by their table by the concession stand to learn more. At the end, third quarter, St. Martin's with a 10-point lead. And one thing we've learned about the St. Martin's team throughout the course of the season, they finish quarters well. And although Alaska Fairbanks had trimmed the deficit down to 2, again, the resolve from the Saints showing itself out yet again.
Well, and again, that's a sign of a team that's got quality across all positions and is able to execute their offense and their defense when they need to. And, 2 minutes left in the quarter, and they were only up by 4. Well, now we're up by 10, and that's just a sign of a well-coached team, and probably one of the reasons why if they can hang on to this lead, they're going playoff bound.
For St. Martin's, how about an 8-0 run to close out the quarter? Now that's making a statement and putting a stamp in many respects, but can they finish the job?
Yep, that's the key. If they get off to a fast start this fourth quarter, I don't like Fairbanks' chances.
Alaska Fairbanks again. Second to last game of the season. They'll face Western Oregon on the road on Saturday, 1 o'clock Alaska time of steel. Jada Travis on Brady. Oster shooting and scoring.
That's the start they wanted.
Right out of the gate. All started off the steal from Jada Travis. Not just offensively, but defensively. Well, right on cue, Travis is called on the foul.
And, that happens.
And some people say the announcer's jinx isn't real, and, well, if the Kraken game on Tuesday was an example of that on the radio side, they said shutout for practically the entire third period, and the shutout ended for St. Louis. A travel call, and possession will head to St. Martin's and quickly.
That was a nice piece of defense right there, because it really forced the offensive player to try and make an extra move and led to the travel.
With 35 seconds into the fourth quarter, St. Martin's has made the playoffs previously within the 10 years, but the only time they did make it into the postseason was a year that everybody made the playoffs, that in the year of 2022, same year that St. Martin's hosted the GNAC tournament. Avery Oster surveys. Here's Keely Jade Smith. Oster from the right block, lunges into one, rolled off the rim and out.
That would have been nice to see that one fall.
Still a 12-point lead to work with for St. Martin's. Destiny Reimers scores.
She's tough.
One of the finest scorers in the conference does it again. Back to a 10-point game. Remember, Reimers is playing with 4 fouls. Here she is defending Lakin Hill. Oster to Casey Booster. Oster pursues the pass, shoots the 3, missed everything. Clark on ahead for Jada Van Dyke. Freeman slows it for Alaska Fairbanks. Reimers browses towards Brady, who picks it up and scores.
Brady's height is such an asset. In that situation, once she got the ball in her hands, it was going to be easy pickings.
14 points in the game already. Pass meant for Lakin Hill, broken up, and on ahead comes Jada Van Dyke. Slow to bite Clark. Here's Destiny Reimers again through the triple team. Blew an edge and a travel call. .7:53 left. And Alaska Fairbanks, their drought in many respects only continues. And it began with the Natics shooting from 3 a lot. They have gone 1 of 12 from 3.
That's probably why they stopped shooting for the threes, right?
And he respects all likelihood. Here's Jada Travis. Look at her drive. Missed it. Off the 10 and out. So here comes Alaska Fairbanks in an 8-point game. Slowed up by Lomax. Here is Emily Freeman. Zoomed it. Reimers for 3. No. Reed boxes out. Heads out of play. St. Martin's basketball. Your head coach, Natalie Marlowe, for St. Martin's. What has impressed you within the third quarter into the fourth?
Well, they're coming out with a little bit more energy. They seem to understand that they have a mission to complete, and they got off to a fast start. Now they just got to, particularly on defense.
Travis
really did good.
missed Daria off the front end. Sorry, partner.
Yeah, no worries.
Here comes Alaska Fairbanks. 3 minutes into the quarter. Reimers on Brown scores. Destiny Reimers against the strongest defender for St. Martin's.
Well, her and Brady have 14 apiece, so they're keeping the Nanooks in this thing, and they're only down by 6.
Travis looks to extend the lead. Rios spins in the lane. Well short. Gianna Rios has not had an efficient scoring day. Only 3 points so far with a timeout called. The book on Kiana Rios on the season. And for her, she has not been locked up offensively this much since playing Western Washington back in late January, a game that saw her only score 2 points. So The fact that Kiana Rios 3 points with 6:25 left in the fourth, some ways it could be a concern, but also shows what we've emphasized so far today, and that has been the depth scoring for St. Martin's.
Yes. Well, and, unfortunately, she's 1 for 9 for the field right now, and give the Nanooks some credit. They have hung in there defensively. The Saints have more firepower than they do, and you'd like to have seen the Saints really take charge and put this game away. But as I mentioned, as the game gets closer and closer to the end, that noose around your neck's going to get a little tighter, and hopefully our Saints can finish out the quarter strong and put this game away. At this point, though, a 6-point game is anybody's game.
Still anyone's contest. Esne Reimers remains in the game along with Jada Van Dyke, both playing with 4 fouls. Area of concern for Alaska Fairbanks. Amy Donovan, 3rd season coaching the Nanooks, and year after year they have improved steadily. Best season as far as their win-loss total is underneath the Amy Donovan regime. Here's Miranda Lomax, who spots Jada Van Dyke. With hesitation, floated one off the rim and out. Travis Brown. She has time. Kiana Rios. 1 step too many in the
Yeah,
trouble.
that's unfortunate.
Rios has been very quiet offensively. Called on the travel. Alaska Fairbanks continuing to hang around here, down by 6. Jada Van Dyke with 4 fouls, can't score. Travis comes away with the rebound. And the freshman from Tacoma advances ahead for the Saints. Deflected out of play off of Van Dyke. Saint basketball. Casey Booster, the leading scorer for St. Martin's this evening with 15. On the bench at this moment, Oster tie up, held ball, stays with St. Martin's. With 5:23 left in the fourth. So here's Jada Travis to survey for St. Martin's. Oster out for Eternity Reed. Brown to Travis with 4 to shoot. Dropped it. Madeline Brown. Oster in tight. Scores.
Bingo.
Avery Oster.
That's a big bucket right there.
16 points leading this way in scoring. The answer missed by Lomax. Held ball stays with Alaska Fairbanks. For Avery Oster on the season, she has the 2nd best field goal percentage in the conference. Season high coming in to tonight's game is 16. She is at 16. We do have a timeout. Whether it's competitive rates, affordable loans, or great service, Twin Star Credit Union is here to help you reach your financial goals every step of the way. Together, we can help you realize your financial dreams. Stop by one of our local branches or visit twinstarcu.com to learn more. 4:57 left in the fourth. Danny Buck alongside Larry Beck. And Larry, Alaska Fairbanks, with the performance that they put up, a lot to be commended for a team that has played much better than what their record displays.
They could have easily come into this game and just mailed it in, not put up much of an effort. So you got to give the Nanooks a lot of credit for being pesky, if nothing else. They've hung around this game, and they could have easily folded 2 or 3 times in this game and haven't. And we got an 8-point game with 5 minutes left, or just under 5 minutes. A lot of crazy things happen in 5 minutes of play. So this game is not sealed by any stretch of imagination.
Alaska Fairbanks has played an inspired performance, I suppose. When you're playing this well at basketball, maybe that's the byproduct of going viral on TikTok. You play better.
It can't hurt, can it?
I don't think it could.
Well, who knows? It may end up helping their recruiting. Hey, I want to go to school there.
Yeah, Larry Beck, I know you definitely not the biggest TikTok user.
No, I can honestly tell you that I know very little, if anything, about TikTok.
Yeah. Alaska Fairbanks, they know it well. They probably are ranked tops in the conference for most watched TikTok.
Oh, they're probably dominating the league.
Here's Destiny Rivers down the lane and scoring the bucket.
She's done a good job of staying in the ball game with 4 fouls, and she's done a really good job of contributing to make good plays for the Nanooks.
Leading scorer with 18 for Fairbanks, Travis answers.
That's a big bucket.
4:28 to go in the game. Lomax. Oh, what a find. Brady blocked by Booster. Possession does remain with Fairbanks.
Ms. Booster is just all that and then some. She has just been an outstanding player tonight.
All ends of the floor. She has been sensational for this Saints team. So is Destiny Reimers. Here's Jada Van Dyke. Watched by Travis. Here is Lomax from up high for 3. Missed it. Booster on the advance. With 4 minutes left. Keely Jade Smith to Travis. Madeline Brown with Lamette working in the post. Here's Brown again. Keely Jade Smith out to Travis, who fakes the 3. With 7 to shoot, Travis, mid-ranger, falls off. And in the tie-up, Tristan Martin for Alaska Fairbanks held ball. And possession heads to the Nanooks. Emily Freeman checks in. Avery Oster back in for St. Martin's. With 3:39 left. So Travis will inbound for the Saints. Here's Avery Oster. Keely Jade Smith chases after the pass. She'll march right back in and shoot and score.
Now, here's the opportunity for the Saints to seal this thing.
Van Dyke left it. Lomax for 3. She can't answer. Keely Jade Smith settles. Quickly ahead. Madeline Brown. Saints hoping to melt time of possession. Booster. Travis. Brown receives the pass.
Smart move.
She likes to pass first. Here's Keely Jade Smith on Lomax. Oster. Launched it. Booster on Freeman. With 3 to shoot. Oster. Closing and scoring. Shot clock violation.
They squeezed every second out of that shot clock.
And more time melts away. In some respects, advantage to St. Martin's, although they're not able to score. 2:46 left in the game. Here comes Jada Van Dyke. Given to Emily Freeman. Reimers on the receiving end. Long 3, sunk by Emily Freeman. Much needed after going 1 of 15 from 3. 7-point game with 2:15 left. Here is Keely Jade Smith. She'll back up. Left it. Travis shoots the 3. Missed it. Reimers tried to save it. Ran out of real estate. 1:59 left. And a timeout called with 1:59 left. Score update out in Monmouth. Mentioned that it could be interesting game between Alaska Anchorage and Western Oregon. That has changed in a big way. Ashlyn Reen, 24 points along with 4 steals and 9 rebounds, has led Alaska Anchorage to lead by 20 on Western Oregon. Alaska Anchorage well on their way to heading into the GNAC tournament with mighty fine record. They'll be 16-1 coming in to Marcus Pavilion should they hang on, barring anything unforeseen. So for Alaska Anchorage coming in to Marcus Pavilion, such a tough test on the way for the Saints. But they have 1:59 left, missed by Oster, and Alaska Fairbanks, very critical possession coming up. Freeman. Van Dyke. Her left-handed dribble closing on Rios. Off the bank and in. Counted in the foul for Jada Van Dyke. That's a huge play. Van
The
Dyke,
absolute worst thing that we could have seen.
and Van Dyke was playing with 4 fouls additionally. So a 5-point game with 1:42 left. So here is Jada Van Dyke at the free throw line with hopes to complete the 3-point play. For Van Dyke on the year, she misses on the free throw.
That's a big miss.
5-point game. Booster Travis deflected by Lomax. Keely Jade Smith. And a foul called. 1:31 to go.
Yeah, we're going to see a few seconds here of a lot of fouling.
Only 2 fouls for St. Martin's, 1 for Alaska Fairbanks. Has to be on the mind of Amy Donovan. Latter stages of the game. Booster. She'll back up on Emily Freeman. Travis on Destiny Reimers. Lost her dribble. Travis on the deck, gave it away. Brady, tie up, Keely Jade Smith. Held ball would favor Alaska Fairbanks, instead of foul called. Is that on Jada Van Dyke? It is. She is fouled out of the game. A very frustrating sequence with a near tie-up, nearly forced. Instead, Van Dyke fouls out.
Yeah, with the steal and then to turn it right back over immediately. Going to help boost our chances with a 5-point lead.
Keely Jade Smith, Travis left wide open. She missed on the 3-point attempt. Booster comes away with the board, and play halted. And possession will remain with St. Martin's with 55.8 to go.
Big rebound on the part of Booster.
Boy, has she been special. Standout performance, leading rebounder for St. Martin's. There's the foul, this time called on Miranda Lomax. Her third. With 49 seconds left. Lakin Hill, Travis. With contact from Freeman. 4th team foul on Alaska Fairbanks. 45.8 to go. Want to put ball within the carry of her most confident free throw shooters. Lakin Hill, one of them. Here's Avery Oster. Travis looks to milk more time. Foul called on Grace Gillespie.
Nice job on the part of the Saints to get some time off the clock before they committed that 5th foul.
With St. Martin's in the bonus, here is Jada Travis with 40.6 to go. Gillespie checks out in place of Destiny Reimers. You'll see a lot of substitutions for Reimers. Heart and soul of this Nanox team with 4 fouls. Travis hits the first free throw. 6-point game.
Danny, I can hear that printing press starting to print that ticket.
Travis makes it a 3-possession game. Timeout called by Alaska Fairbanks with 40.6 to go. For St. Martin's and their journey, they have not seen the GNAC playoffs in a year where every team was allowed in for the last 10 seasons. And Natalie Marlowe, in her second season after a 6-12 run in conference play, second to dead last year, has turned it around, and St. Martin's smelling playoffs.
Well, a lot of good things are brewing here. You got 2 of their better players are freshmen. It looks like the program's going in the right direction, and obviously a playoff berth would certainly enhance that.
With a potential matchup against Central Washington up next week. 3-6 matchup if Montana State Billings wins this evening against Simon Fraser. And a look at the score update in the contest out in Billings at the half. Montana State Billings with a 14-point lead, so it awfully looks as if Central Washington would be the opponent for St. Martin's in the first round of the playoffs. In a matchup last week, St. Martin's in the second half led Central Washington by 9 at one point, but then lead melted away with foul trouble affecting the Saints. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Lomax for 3. Missed it. Brown left it for Jada Travis. And she is fouled with 24.6 to go. And again, another trip to the free throw line. Jada Travis, she was awfully quiet first half, but her impact felt here in half number 2.
You'd already tell that she's one of the leaders of this team, and her play, as far as from just a leadership perspective, has been extremely good.
Travis also really good from the free throw line. She hits another one for 5. Make it 5 of 6. And a 9-point lead for St. Martin's. And Alaska Fairbanks calls another timeout. Next game for the Nanox be at 1 o'clock Alaska time against Western Oregon, team that is ranked in 8th in the conference. I'll close out another season for Amy Donovan and Alaska Fairbanks. And a year filled with plenty of growth, a lot of seniors on this roster, so a very bittersweet time for the seniors for Alaska Fairbanks. 6 seniors all around the roster, which includes Destiny Reimers. So Saturday, the final collegiate game, and a haltage of play. And they'll have to a foul called against Madeline Brown. 3rd team foul of the quarter. So here's Miranda Lomax. In a 9-point game. Lomax. Bobby Clark scores. 7-point game. Keely Jade Smith is fouled by Emily Freeman. 89% free throw shooter.
That's pretty good.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
And Keely Jade Smith's impact, we'll look back to that 3. That set the tone in the second half.
Well, what it did is it opened up just enough breathing room for the Saints to manage the second half. And as we look at it now, you take away those 3 points, and this game is a much different game.
Just a few plays have led to the margin being the way it is, and with a 9-point lead, the closing seconds. Bobby Clark. And a foul called. No, a time foul called against Keely Jade Smith with 16.4 left.
I wouldn't be surprised that the Saints are trying to get into the bonus so they can limit how many points the Nanooks can score on any possession.
10 seconds left. Clark with 8 seconds. Down low, Clark pinballed out. For the first time, well, hold the phone, foul called. With 1.1 left. So at the free throw line, here is Amelia Brady. Brady with the first try, that pinball's out. 14 points for Brady in the game. Brady's second attempt. Missed it. For the first time in a decade, the St. Martin Saints are going to the playoffs. A turnaround season for Natalie Marlowe sends the St. Martin Saints into the postseason that will be played right here at Marcus Pavilion. They defeat Alaska Fairbanks 64-55. All-around team performance. Avery Oster scores, tying a career high of 16 points. Casey Booster with 15, hitting on 3 threes and 9 rebounds, leading the way for the Saints to a playoff clinching win.
Congratulations to the Saints. That's awesome. Anytime you can break a streak like that, and you can just feel that there's momentum behind this program. There's good things to come, Saints fans, in the years to come. Your program's going in the right direction.
Saints moving the right way as they head off the floor, celebrating a playoff berth for the first time. They'll look to carry their momentum against Alaska Anchorage. Let's take a look at the story of this game. Many key standouts, a lot of great performers for St. Martin's. But first, a look at Alaska Fairbanks. Destiny Reimers put on one heck of a display. 18 points, although it does end up in defeat. Reimers going 8 of 14 from the field, nailing 2 threes. And then also the performance from Amelia Brady, 14 points. An impressive showcase for Alaska Fairbanks, but in the end, just not enough for the Nanooks.
Well, as you pointed out, the Nanooks played some good ball tonight, and even though they went down to defeat, there's not only did Reimers play well, but Brady also played really well. I was very impressed with her. She looked like she's got a big future ahead of her.
And then a look for St. Martin's and their performers. You talk about Kiana Rios being limited to 3 points, and Jada Travis, well, she carried part of the weight, but also the depth played a massive impact for the Saints today.
Oh, that's the key to sustained success as a team, is having depth, and that couldn't have been any more obvious than Booster's impact on today's game. She had 15 points, 9 rebounds. She led her team in rebounds, and she also had 2 blocks and a couple of assists. She had a great game across the board.
A great standout performance for that effort, and then also Avery Oster playing well in the post.
Yes, absolutely. She played really well. She played really, really well, and it was interesting to watch both her and Brady underneath. They both played really well today.
An entertaining paint battle. St. Martin's has clinched their spot in the GNAC playoffs. They'll head in as the number 6 seed, and if Montana State Billings hangs on and beats Simon Fraser, and they're already on their way, they will clinch They will face Central Washington in the first round of the playoffs. We'll take a break. Be back right after this with an interview with head coach Natalie Marlowe and a whole lot more right after this. Alongside Avery Oster after a playoff clinching win for St. Martin's. Avery, you tied your career high 16 points in this game. What went right here tonight?
Just the teamwork. Honestly, I could not have done that without my teammates. You guys saw it yourselves, just the amount of passes, the dumps I got from Jada, from basically everyone. So I got to give it to them.
A great team effort all around, and what an impressive redemption game for Casey Booster, and she played one heck of a game. What stood out in her game tonight?
Her confidence. She just did not hesitate, and I think that's what we need of the team. She definitely set a good example for that, though.
So setting a stage, Booster with those trio of threes, and then the shot from Jada Travis at the end of the half, something of legends. And what was going through your mind when you saw Travis heave up that prayer?
Again, because she did this last time to Fairbanks. Same shot, same thing. So, I mean, it just proves consistency.
A lot of consistency, and the win this evening clinches the first playoff berth for St. Martin's in a decade. What does that mean for you and the team?
I'm just happy to be a part of it, to be perfectly honest with you. I think that we have worked all season. There's a lot of stuff that people don't see behind the scenes. So it's just cool that it finally paid off.
Cool for that, and now a look towards a big game against Alaska Anchorage to set the stage potentially for a playoff run. What will you guys have to do in order to be ready for Saturday?
Just handle the ball, handle pressure, played like we did tonight. Just play as a team. Again, I think we are way better as a team, and it does prove that when we do share the ball and stuff like that. So.
And for this season as a whole, what has been so special for you personally this past year? What stands out?
Regaining my love for basketball again and my confidence. I have so much fun with all those people out there. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So I'm very blessed, and have a good opportunity in front of me.
And for your head coach, Natalie Marlowe, what makes her so special?
Just that she believes in me. She's the one who gave me this opportunity to come back again, and I cannot thank her enough for just giving me the time of day.
Giving Avery Oster the time of day, and you talk about time of day, you'll see Avery Oster in the playoffs next week. Avery, go celebrate with your teammates after one heck of a performance.
Thank you.
Thank you, Avery. Alongside playoff-bound Natalie Marlowe, you finally get to put that big X on the standings. What does that mean?
It means a lot. You know, our kids have, especially the kids that have been here before me, they've been working a lot, and for them to have earned the right to play in the conference tournament, I mean, I know our locker room is pretty excited right now. But yeah, they've been working their butts off. I'm just incredibly grateful for how much they've bought into me and what I want to bring to this program and for this program. So for them to be able to see all their work that they've put in on display and earning that right to go for a conference championship, it means the world.
The game tonight, it was a case where a lot of the depth played a massive impact. How big? We talked to Avery earlier.
Yep.
What stood out in your minds of her performance?
I mean, she's solid, right? 8 as well from the floor. She's just efficient. She's active on defense. She disrupts, a lot of what they do. We really talk about deflections with Aves a lot. Had some big turnovers, at crucial times. I think when they started going on runs, getting deflections, getting steals for us going the other way. She's just a solid all-around kid. She's reliable. She shows up every day and just gives you everything she has. No questions asked. So, yeah, super, super proud of her and just the effort that she's put forth.
A lot of effort. And speaking of effort, how about the performance from Casey Booster tonight?
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason we slid her in the starting lineup. And, she's been consistent. She's one of our best shooters and just plays hard. You can tell from, the beginning of the year, the maturity level has just continued to rise with Casey. And when you put in the work, it just goes to show, what's going to come of that. So I'm so proud of her and just digging in. Some hiccups when it comes to defensive assignments and things, but again, true freshman, that's what you're going to get from them. And I have all the trust and confidence in her and the rest of our freshmen.
What stands out about the maturity development for Jada Travis over the season?
Yeah, she's been put in a lot of tough situations. We got to take a look at this game. This is a good one for her to look back at and see where she can definitely improve. But, again, a kid I fully trust and somebody who just continues to show up, put the work in, and that's the message that I want all of our team to take away is when you put the work in, you are going to see the results. So she's been put in a lot of difficult situations that a lot of freshmen don't get the opportunity to be in. So for her to have that right off the bat, playing dang near 40 minutes a game every game for an entire season, having the ball in your hands for probably, 25, 26 of those minutes just speaks to her and the maturity that she has going into it. I can't wait to see what she does when she gets a chance to be in the spotlight next week, and then also when she's playing. We got her for 3 more years.
3 more great years. Last one for you, Coach. You talk about a lot of hard work. This journey that began at Chicago State, what does it mean for you to lead this Saints team to the playoffs?
Yeah, again, it's a testament to what I want my players to take away from me being their coach is if you put the work in, if you spend the time doing what you do to perfect your craft and just to be the best possible person that you can be, great things are going to come your way. So, all the extra hours that you put in, all the extra time, lack of sleep, lack of food sometimes, lack of being able to work out. I had my time to play. I had my 4 years to play. I want these kids to feel how great it is to be in the conference tournament because it's a euphoric feeling to be there, and not everybody gets a chance to do it. So, I'm obviously I'm proud of myself for the work that I put in, but I'm so proud of these kids for never giving up on each other. That's, I think, what's gotten us to this point is they continue to pour into each other and sacrifice for each other. We're not just playing alongside and with each other. We're playing for each other. And when you got a group of kids, 1 through 13 with players, add our managers, add our practice guys, we got a gym full of people that just love and care about each other, support each other, and know that we're capable of achieving so much more.
Achieving so much more on behalf of the entire Saints community. Coach Marlowe, thank you for this. We look forward to seeing what your team has in store for us next week and a whole lot more to come.
Yep.
Coach Marlowe, go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
St. Martin's, a 64-55 win over the Alaska Fairbanks Nairnooks. Swing on in, Larry Beck, and you talk about dedication and hard work, and that's what Coach Marlowe emphasized throughout the game, and we saw that throughout from start to finish.
Absolutely. They had moments where they could have gotten down, and they just stuck with it and kept after it. And at the end of the game, they were the ones that were victorious because they put the effort in and they just made a couple of extra passes, a couple of extra shots, a couple of extra free throws, and they played really tough defense tonight, and that was probably the big difference in the game.
Lockdown defense to close out. But that's all the time that we have for tonight's broadcast. Coming up next, St. Martin's men take on Alaska Fairbanks. For St. Martin's, it's winning in, a loss, and Alaska Fairbanks will control their own destiny to a GNAC playoff berth. But for our SID, Matt Schwarzler, and for Larry Beck, I'm Danny Bach saying so long and take care. And thanks for letting us be a part of your evening. Your final score, the St. Martin Saints 64, the Alaska Fairbanks Nanooks 55.